you? Good to see you on YouTube. I see you, girl. Come join us on TikTok. Look for the Black Women in Grants page. 64,000 of y'all are here. Hallelujah. If you're watching this on the replay from the TikTok replay playlist from the Grant Game Mentorship, child, you doing it, girl. You made it this far. Hey, girl. Excuse me. Welcome. Hello, everyone's. Good to be here with you. Come on in, TikTok livers. Let's chat. This is part 2 of a series I'm doing, teaching y'all how to tell good stories on your small business grant applications in the way that compels people to write your checks, child. Y'all want to keep talking about that? Come on in. Let me know that you can see me and hear me. Put hashtag FYP in the chat. If you can see me, well, you can see the screen and you can hear me. That's very importante. Hey, Christy. Thank you, girl, for letting me know you can, see me and hear me. I'm trying to brighten my screen so I can really see y'all's comments. There we go. Welcome. Who else is here? Christy, what's your business? Let's talk real quick. What do you do in your business that you're seeking a grant for? What's that business, girl? Talk to me. This is Black Women in Grants. Y'all make sure y'all follow this page, huh? This is also something I like to call GPA or Grant Prep Academy. Hey, Wigginton. Hey, girl. So in Grant Prep Academy, I usually go live with y'all Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern. But I've been recovering from an overnight hospital stay over the last few days. Had 2 blood transfusions for severe anemia, and I'm still dealing with something, girl. Trying to get to the bottom of it. So I'm here building up strength. That's why you don't see me on screen. And you may not catch me at 11, but I be on here, though. So this is I be on here, though, because y'all didn't see me this morning. Good morning. Doing better and better day by day, by and by. Understanding better by and by. Ain't that what they say? I still wanted to come on and chat with you guys because I had looked through this grant that is available on the list of grants that I share with you guys in my mentorship program over at blackwomeningrants.com. And it's for $100,000 for this one particular grant. And so they're giving one first place winner $50,000. They're giving 4 other placers $12,500. And so they broke down the terms and conditions to win any of this money. This is what they're going to be looking for. And so yesterday, we started talking about what they're looking for in particular when it comes to, let me ask, did y'all know that even if you've never applied for a grant, or if you have, did you know that grant applications are graded? Let me know real quick. Did you know that just like when we used to turn in papers in school, grants grade our applications? Have y'all ever heard of that? Said no, question mark? No, ma'am. Well, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, winner of over $51,700 in grants and grant-funded opportunities. And I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. So I went from applying for grants to being awarded grants. I've won $51,700 so far. Here in Black Women in Grants, we've collectively won over $120,000 in grants. And so I go in and read the legal terms and conditions. And in many of these grants, legal terms and conditions, they will tell you that they grade your grant application. So you get a grant grade. Put grant grade in the chat if you're following me. That means when you literally hit submit on these applications online and you turn in that paper, they're using something called a rubric. Y'all remember rubrics from school? Rubrics tell you how much of each part of what you turn in for that assignment or that semester, how much it counts for your overall grade. So let's say you're applying for this $50,000 grant that I tell you about over at blackwomeningrants.com when you come join the mentorship. By the way, I have one scholarship to come join us for only $97 for the year to get more mentorship. And it's pinned in the comments if you're interested in that. Okay. So grants all start out with like 100 points and you work your way down. Or you can look at it as you start with 0 points and you work your way up. Either way, they take that 100 points and divide it. It's like a third, and a third, and then they, have the tiebreakers and all that good stuff. So 30% of your grant grade is based on your story. Somebody put story in the chat real quick. Because this is like a third of your grade and you got to have it down pat so that just in case you don't score that full 30% on those other two, or 33% on those other two, your story killed it, knocked it out the park, and making up for some of that lost value. So they grade on three things. They grade on your story, making sure that they understand who you are, what you do, why you do what you do in your business, who you do it for, how you make your money, why they should care, why they should give you the money. That's story. They also grade on alignment. Somebody put alignment. Alignment is, let's take, for example, the 50K grant. It's a 100K grant, but the first place want to get this 50K. So let's break down this 100K grant. Alignment is when you go to a grant application page. Let's say you heard about this grant. I give you the link. You go to their page. It starts to tell you about who is writing the check for the grant, what they're looking for from the people that apply to this opportunity, why they want you to apply, who is eligible, who is not. All of that starts to tell the story of the grant itself. It's about technology, women empowerment, communication, whatever they're giving the grant for. That's the story / brand of the grant. And so they're looking for alignment, meaning what you do in your business aligns with what they're giving the grant for. Therefore, you're eligible to apply. But that alignment comes through in your story as well. So that's the second thing. So the first thing they grade you on is your story. The second thing they grade you on is alignment. And then the final thing they grade you on, I forgot. So if I think about it, I'll tell y'all. But we're going to focus on story, okay? Because story and alignment goes hand in hand. I can look it up real quick because it's in my book. My book is called Finding Funding. And it's over at blackwomenandgrants.com if y'all want to check it out. It comes as a part of the curriculum at blackwomenandgrants.com. At least I'm telling the truth, girl. I forgot. I know it's 3 of them. Let me look it up real quick. And so, who can remember the first thing they grade you on while I look this up? Put it in the chat. It's still in the chat, but put it in the chat. Newbies, welcome. Let me put, what is the first thing a grant grade you on? I just told y'all. Y'all ain't listening. You don't want to hear me. You just want to dance. Story. Thank you, Simone. Simone listening. Let me see if I can find. I forgot what I called it. Hold on, yeah. This is funny. Nope, that ain't it. What's the second thing they grade you on? Who remembers? Let me put. Can anybody recall what a grant grade you on? I'm going to find it in a minute. Anyway, that ain't important. Y'all ain't even listen to the first part. Hey, y'all. Welcome to GPA, Grant Prep Academy. I'm Dr. AJ Austin. If you're new here, put hashtag FYP. That's why some of y'all going to claim that y'all didn't know what answer number 2 was. Nope, I ain't saying nothing about no strategy. See, y'all ain't even listening, so I ain't going to stress about the third one. Talk to me about your business real quick. Tell me what y'all's businesses are. What do y'all do in your business that you're looking for a grant for so far? And let me wrap my mind around where y'all coming in from first of all, foremost. First and foremost. Just tell me about your business real quick. You ain't got to plug it. You ain't got to put your website and your email and tag yourself. All that. Let me see. Maybe I'm talking too fast and I feel like I'm talking in slow motion. Oh, preschool. That's so cute. Love it. I love kids. What other businesses we got on here? This is for Black women, for-profit, small business owners. Ooh. You wrote a book and would like to incorporate it with Latin dance. It's a small delay. Okay, thank you, girl. So I'm like, where y'all at? Hurry up, say something. Hello? Okay, in-home care. Okay. Any other businesses? I'll talk slower. Breathe and talk slow. This is going to be a meditation. I'm going to fall asleep. Skincare. Okay. Who else is in the Higgity house on tonight? I cannot remember where I put this grade. Lord, this is crazy. Let me see. I'm going to keep looking for y'all because it's driving me crazy. I'm trying to let y'all tell me about your business, though, and we on a delay, so I'm going to be patient. Let me see. For-profit dispatching for trucks. I like that first part. She like, let me let you know that we get paid to do this. How about that? This is not a non-profit. Who else on here? Okay, while I keep looking for that, thank y'all for sharing about your businesses. Construction homes. Y'all is some business women's in here. I love it. Welcome, business women's. So yesterday we did part 1, talking about how to tell a compelling story. Has anyone here ever applied for a grant? Like, have you become familiar with an actual grant application? Let me know. Like, you've seen an application, you might have filled one out, you know what they look like, you've submitted one. No? Okay. Who else? No, but want to learn. Okay. Anybody else? Yes? Okay. Ooh, UPS. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sitting by the window being Miss Pearl from 227 Neighborhood Watch on duty. Trying to figure out who got a packet. That was too close to my house. I ain't seen that on the front porch. Anyway. I'm in recovery. You know, you ain't got nothing to do when you're just healing, but be nosy. So, let me ask y'all this. Because we started talking yesterday on the live about story. Let me do a quick recap. What's like, whatever comes to mind, put the first, I got to get y'all playing first. Whatever comes to mind with why you started your business, just put the first word that comes to mind. What's one word that comes to mind when I ask you, why did you start your business? What would you say? Real quick. You got to be quicker than that. Heal. Love it. What else we got? You in recovery too? Girl, well, we was twins because I was in the hospital Monday too. They said, how you feel about staying overnight? I said, I'm glad you asked because I wasn't finna go nowhere because I ain't feel no better. So, now they sending them bills. It's time to talk money, honey. Want your own money. Y'all put more than one word. Y'all is cheating. I like that though. Got laid off from your job. Want your own money. Help, heal, community. What else? What else y'all got? I'm still looking for number 3. I'm a little slow. Y'all want me to give y'all some hints at what grants look for in these stories of when they ask you why you started your business. Hey, bunnies, how are you, girl? We just put in one word. You grabbing a pen? Tasha, don't make me teach. I'm a little tired. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be asleep. I'm finding a nap. Don't make me work. So real quick yesterday, and then I'm going to tell you what I want to talk to y'all about today, which is supposed to be shorter than yesterday, but we'll see. I'm going to just throw out some keywords, and if y'all agree, just put it in chat, child. So they look for your passion. They look for, you could tell them, you know, I was fired, I was laid off, I couldn't find a job. They look for your story about how you want to help your community heal as you heal. They look for, you know, those of us who are like, we're building wealth, we're leaving a legacy, generational wealth building. They look for the vision of I want to hire. Who is that? Is it Beyonce? Who is that has like an all girl band or something? I want to say it was Beyonce at one time. I could be wrong. I'm not in the Beehive, so do not judge me, and don't come for me. But there was a famous person who used to hire an all girl band or all girl something, and so stuff like that looks great on a grant application. When you say I want to hire more women through the work that I do in my community, I think it was her too. Thank you, girl. I was just like, wait a minute for y'all start because girl, they do not play by Beyonce. So visions like that, though, if you say I want to use some of this grant to employ more women to do what they're called to do through my business and the grant can help me, these are all great stories to tell. Even if you have a story like mine, I went through what I call the 5 Ds of divorce happening on the same day that my mom passed away. Like I literally walked out of the divorce courthouse, got a call as I was on the elevator leaving the building that my mom had just passed away. Shortly after that, my job downsized. That's another D. That's the 3rd D. Had to drop out of school. That's the 4th D. And I forgot the other D. My brain is just working overtime today. But anyway, just trust me, it's 5 Ds, okay? But that's my story. That's what I tell, and that's what pays the bills. I literally get grants for that story. So when you have the passion behind what you do, when you can clearly tell a grant what you do, that's what they look for, the clarity of your story and seeing if it aligns with the reason they have the grant out and available. And it's okay to talk about why you really do what you do, even if it's, hey, I got kids to feed. I got bills to pay. We got one income. I'm the main breadwinner. I'm the caretaker of my husband. You can really break down your story. And a grant will care as long as you tie it into things like community impact and making sure that they know this is where their funding comes in. Because that way, when it's time for you to show how they can get their return on investing in your business, you know what you're measuring. You know that starting place because they know where you came from. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Put hashtag FYP. Hashtag FYP. Over at www.blackwomeningrants.com, I have a grant mentorship. It is year long. I have one scholarship available. If you want to come join us, it'll let you in for $97 for the year. I was just there updating the page and updating our welcome packet today and listening to one of my multi-million-dollar coaches in my ear. And I was like, girl, wait a minute, I can't keep up. I got to write notes, just like y'all on here write notes. So she been having me working today for y'all. So you get some extra blessings. Also, the book cover you see on the screen is about to be added to the mentorship as well. This is how I've won close to 6 figures in funding. How collectively here at Black Women in Grants and those that are in our mentorship have won over $120,000 in grants and grant funded opportunities using the secrets that I share in these books. So that's just heads up, 7 up. Let me I was about to put that in the comments for y'all. www.blackwomeningrants.com. It's there. I can't pin it, but you can write it down. Y'all said y'all was taking notes anyway, right? So write it down, screenshot it, go to there, and yeah, that's how to find out more information. Okay. Here is what else larger grants expect. So I'm giving y'all this information from a $100,000 grant, literally written in their terms and conditions, several pages that I read through and took notes. And so we're going to have more added to this series soon, but I just wanted to break it down one by one. So our first live on yesterday, we talked about everything we just recapped, what's okay to put in your grant story to start building this compelling story that's going to align with these grant opportunities. The next thing a grant wants you to show them is that you believe in the business that you're building. Real talk. Who here is like, yes, I am so excited for the next 6 months, 12 months, 3 years, 5 years in my business. Like, I just cannot wait to see one unfolds. Who here can feel like the passion behind what they do? Let me see you. Talk to me. And if this ain't you, don't worry. No judgment. We won't know unless you say something, child. Okay, we got 3 people happy. 4. Okay. What about the ones that'll be honest? What is it? The truth shall set you free. And you like, child, you should have asked me that before today, cause I don't know how we finna do this. Sure could use a grant though. Um, who here just need a little? Who here needs everybody to stretch their hands toward the screen in a word of prayer, real quick, a little silent prayer, a little moment of silence, and talk to the Lord. Go before the Lord on your behalf, like, God, please bless her business so she can eat and pay them bills. Who here feel like that? Chrissy says, yes, Lord. You touching and agreeing. It only takes 2 or 3 in his name now. Hey, you in the right place now. Still need prayers too, girl. We all do, for real, for real. Truth be told. So if you like point your hands and what they say in devotion service, those who know the word of prayer, pray my strength in the Lord. If you still need a prayer of strength in the Lord, that's okay. Save that for the book that's coming out, okay? Save that story for Child Never Would Have Made It. Save that. Call your book Never Would Have Made It and tell that story in your book, okay? Make sure you got Marvin Sapp's approval for that title. But the part of your story that a grant cares about and that they want to hear is that you believe in the business that you're building. So this $100,000 grant opportunity that I'm telling you about, that I'm sharing with you in the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com, they told us they want to know that you believe in the business that you're building because you're asking them for their money. So they say, come to us optimistic versus pessimistic. Okay, positive versus, if you don't give me no money, I just don't know what we gonna do. I guess we got to close. I don't. They not gonna hear it. They care, but child, they don't care. So that's just part 1. So can we agree to stay closer to the optimistic side? We know it's hard out here for a pimp. That's why we here talking about getting free money and somebody else to write us a check. We know that it's a mixed review of I'm excited for my business because I want to speak life. But if y'all could just throw my name in that hat when you're saying that prayer of salvation, I'd greatly appreciate. Like, we see the one finger up creeping out the church, but you like, don't forget me in the word. Like, we know. But on paper, we telling them we believe, okay? We excited because, see, they're saying if you don't believe in your own business, child, why you want our money? Quit wasting our time if you just finna give up. And it has to be said like that because if you're applying, like I'm giving y'all this at $100,000 level grant. But if you're applying for a grant for $500, $5,000, still tell those stories because that $5,000 is going to help, especially if you have a $100,000 goal. So, for example, if you want, real quick, throw it in the chat. What is your grant goal? Like, what would be a great amount in grants to win? Put that in the chat real quick. $15,000. 50,000. 6 figures. It's all together, Fenice, because it's your grant goal. Like, how much would really bless you real good? And it could be your start out grant goal. You can add to it. It's going to dwindle as you start to win the money. But what's your ideal amount that you would love to see yourself win? I see 50K, 250, 50, 25, or 250, 100. I see you. Okay, 100, 100, 100. Okay. So if you have this goal of how much you want to see yourself win overall, and then you go apply for a grant for $500, that grant is still worth something, right? And so the grant is saying, tell us your optimistic story and show us that you believe in your business, because if you got a 100K goal, but you only win 500 starting out, let us know that you're not going to give up. You're still going to go out and look for that, 955. How much is that left? How much is left? Math is math. 100K people, how much left if y'all win $500? 99,999. I don't know. But y'all tell me how much. Thank you, girl. 90. I knew it was a 5 in there somewhere. So you would still have 99.5 to go look for, right? And so, but a grant, seriously, they will tell you that, So if you say I have a 100K goal, a 250K goal, and you're winning a grant for 500, they're going to ask, well, how are you going to make up the difference? And so you have to have that strategy of saying, well, I believe in my business so much, I'm going to keep applying for more grants, because that is the number one way to win more money, is to apply for more grants. We call that grant stacking. Somebody put that in the chat real quick. We talk about that in the mentorship. We did a masterclass called The Grant Game. And that is one of the 3 secrets to winning grants, which is to grant stack. So if you've ever questioned, and I get asked this a lot, is there a limit to how many grants you can apply to? Absolutely not. You can do grant stacking where you apply to multiple. For example, the number that you put in the chat that y'all say is y'all grant goal, you can see yourself winning, it will be helpful. You're going to have to apply not only to that amount in grants, but because when you use the formula that I teach over at blackwomeningrants.com in our mentorship, you get a 10% win rate, which is phenomenal, because it could be 0%, because you could not be applying at all, right? So, for example, we have applied to over $1 million in grants in our community. I've applied to 500K. One of our Black Women in Grants recently reported she applied to 120K. We have won 10% of that, which is why we know we've won over 120K. So we have a 10% win rate. I have that on my own. We have that as a crew collectively. You're going to need to take the number that you put in the chat earlier, that's your grant goal, apply for that number, and multiply that number times 10. So put that new number in the chat really quick. So take whatever you just put earlier saying this is your grant goal, multiply it that times 10 and put it in the chat real quick, and let's see what your new number is. Because you're going to have to apply to that much in grants, because you have a win rate of 10%, meaning 1 in 10 grants you apply to when you use my formula in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. That's going to become your win rate. You could do better than that, but if you're following the formula, it's impossible for you to do worse than that. If you're doing nothing, you have you got a 100% chance of never winning a grant if you don't apply. Let's put it like that. Don't put over 7 figures, put the number. Don't be scared now. Y'all was putting them figures earlier. 250, 52. Multiply it and put it. Let the math. Come on now. If a grant said, well, we're going to give you over 3 figures for your check, you're going to be like, nah, go ahead and fill that out of the way. Add a few zeros, a couple decimals, etc. A little comma here and there. Put your numbers. What's y'all's new numbers? Y'all is quiet. Talk to me now. I see you, Chrissy. You missing a comma. I see you, Tasha. 500K. Okay. So realistically, that's how much in grant applications you have to have out there, right? You have to be applying. Then you can take a break and take a nap and wait on those decisions to roll in, and then you start all the way over. Because just because you got 1 million in applications out there don't mean you're going to win $1 million. But it could mean that you're closer to winning your 10%. What you originally put was your grant goal, right? Don't let it scare you now. She said no naps. Girl, I need all the naps. After every application, I don't care how long it takes. 30 minutes, I'm finna take a nap. That hurt my brain. So, I say that because, like I mentioned, You're going to have to tell a grant how you're going to make up the difference from when they award you, right? You're going to say, I'm going to go keep applying because I have a goal of this. But you also, in your compelling story on your small business grant application essay answer, you're going to have to tell a grant how much their $500 means to your $1 million goal. Okay? You know how, I'm going to speak from experience. When I was married and had my eye on a princess cut diamond, but some kind of way that ain't what I walked down the aisle to. But you still had to assure him, baby, it's okay. We can work towards that. You got to do that for a grant too. It's okay. Your 500 matters. It's okay. We'll get there. It's helping me put a dent in my $1 million goals. Thank you, Mr. Grant Check Writer. This will help so much. You still got to tell that story. Okay. Y'all probably think I'm crazy, but I ain't gonna argue with you. Y'all feel me? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down. You still have to encourage them that their 500 matters to your $1 million goal, to your $100,000 goal. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for writing me this check. Thank you for making me feel worthy to wear this check proudly to the bank and deposit it. Y'all feel me? I know it's a delay, but it ain't that slow. Hello? Did they hang up? So if you're picking up what I'm putting down, what's one takeaway so far? Let me know. Y'all laughing. You only encourage me to be more silly when you laugh. That's how my brain works, though. Fenice says, I truly appreciate you investing in my goals and dreams. You are, yes, you on the right track, honey. She said, I'm here just writing. Keep writing, girl. Be passionate. Be appreciative. Be grateful. Be humble. Be thankful. Be like, oh my goodness. Because honestly, that one win is going to look good on your future grant applications when they say, have you ever won another grant before? And you're like, yeah, of course. We've been here before. It was $500, but we did it. I think it was you who told me about City Trends Black History Makers. Girl, I didn't know about City Trends. I think I shopped there maybe once, and I bought like a coffee cup. I can't wear none in there. So now I don't know if it was me, but we can look them up and see what it's all about. I do be coming across stuff though. I give y'all 3 lists of grants over at blackwomenandgrants.com in our mentorship. I was checking our links today because we got a database, we have a spreadsheet, and we have a list. And so I know the spreadsheet has over 200 grants, and they total about $1.2 million that is available, including the 100K grant that I'm talking about. I got all these answers from today. So that could be one of the things. So I need all the help I can get. Amen. Don't we all? So let me tell y'all this real quick. Hold on, make sure I didn't skip nobody. Okay. Not only do they want you to mention you believe in your business, they want you to be positive and optimistic. I said optimistic. They also want you to tell them how confident you are in your success. Who here is confident in their success? Or as one of my $1 million men, she's a multimillionaire now, multimillionaire manifestation coach. She says, your success is inevitable. Like, that's our motto. Who here believes their success is inevitable? Like, there's absolutely no way that I won't be successful. That's with or without a grant. Like, you need that type of confidence. So when I come on here for Black Women in Grants, our motto is that we help you find and apply for these opportunities with confidence. You have to have that type of confidence because think about it. You have $100,000 goal. You're using our formula to apply for over $1 million in grants. Brother Denzel Washington said, I'm leaving here with something. You got a 1 in 10 chance of winning when you do what I teach you to do in our mentorship. Your success is inevitable because you're doing the work required. You ain't sitting and thinking about it, gathering information, jumping from one thing to the next, trying to figure this out. You're actually following a model, a method, a formula that works. And it's not just working for one person, it's working for many of us. So I love that she, got it in my head. Your success is inevitable. And so they want to know that that's how you believe in your business. Because they'll ask, if you don't win this grant, then what? And you got to be ready to tell them, right? So you got to show that you're confident with the money. You were confident coming in. You're positive. You believe in your business and the building of the business. And you're going to be confident going out. And then finally, if your business revenue has increased or declined, or if it's kind of remained the same. For example, if you expect your revenue to increase over the next 12 months, because they'll ask you, what are your 12-month, 12-month, 24-month, and 36-month goals. So 1 year, 3 year, 5 year goals. And let's say you compare COVID, because when these grants were really, really hot, it was in COVID 2020. That's when I won my first grant for $1,000 for my business. In my previous life, I've won over $1 million in grants and grant funded opportunities. And so I brought that same knowledge with me when it comes to storytelling and essay writing and video interviews and getting these checks to the business world. And so when I won my first grant back in 2020, when everybody was giving away money because they had white guilt, that's what they was calling it. I didn't make that up. That's when the checks were really, really hot, much easier to find and obtain, and they were looking for certain things. And so the first thing they asked, Tasha laughing, for real. The first thing they would ask, though, is how did COVID impact your business? Like, that was a very popular grant question. Now I rarely see it. But you had to tell the story. And so in my case, COVID blessed my business because I was doing in-person trainings. And then, of course, when y'all remember that? It just seemed like so far away. But remember we couldn't meet? we couldn't be around other people. We was in the house, no gatherings, and people was calling and telling on folk, girl, they gathering. It's more than 2 people in their house. They was really playing Pearl on 227. Y'all remember that? It's so weird. But anyway, I told the I know she can't forget it. Girl, it's ingrained in us, ain't it? And so I told the Grant, I had already made plans before I knew the world was ending as we knew it. I had already made plans to bring my business online. So I had hired a coach and worked with her. She just happened to be a Zoom coach. And then the next month, it was like Zoom was $100 billion business. And I was like, wait a minute, Jesus, was I prophetic? Thank you. So I had already brought my stuff online. I was ready. I said, oh, we can't go outside. Girl, I'm an introvert. I told y'all I'm sitting in the house right now on the couch, watching my neighbors and the cars go by, being nosy. So I was in love with the fact that if I chose to go outside and go get some groceries, it wasn't nobody on these Atlanta streets. I missed them days. It was so quiet. What they say, the animals was returning to nature. But let me not speak too soon. So yeah, when COVID happened, most people had to do the what, quote unquote, pandemic pivot, right? So me already having made plans to bring my business online, that meant that y'all was at home too. So my fellow homebodies and introverts, even if you was an extrovert, you couldn't go nowhere. We tried, but no, gone in the highs, right? So here I am, ready to teach online. Now my students can't go nowhere. So my business blew up, as Jamie Foxx would say back in the day on the Jamie Foxx show. So while we was having our blow up situation, I was having to tell these COVID grants, COVID didn't make my business shut down. It was like, ooh. And I've been spoiled ever since. So when my clients come to me and say, when you doing your next event? Girl, it's we do something every month online. I'm still in the house, but I ain't in the house bored. I'm teaching online because COVID helped me to pivot. So they will ask, how's the health of your business since COVID? And then the questions went from how has COVID impacted your business to, if we were to have another pandemic, act of God, act of nature, however you want to phrase it, what would you do? That's where your belief in building your business comes from. That's where your confidence in your success comes from. That's where you list out tools that you used when you've had hardships before, will be used again to pivot and take your business to the next level. That's when you say, well, in the times of Corona 2020, the global pandemic, it was so many names for that. Corona, the pandemic, everything. They're going to say, well, go back to your resources and tell us what you did to come out, so that just in case it happens again or something like it, you'll show how you're going to come out of it, how you're planning for it. You have to show that that's a part of your vision as well. So you're telling them, Grant, if you don't give me this money and COVID sister happened again, here's what I would do. And that's showing, what do they call it? Tenacity, ingenuity, longevity. You're planning to be here for a while, because we're going to talk about that in a future live, still under the storytelling component. They want to know what your plans are, just in case. They want to hear even more, like, what do they call that? It's not a disaster recovery, but it's like a plan in place just in case. I forgot the technical professional name. And so you can, it's safe to let them know, yeah, I took a hit in COVID, but if that happened again, here's what I would do, because I believe so much in myself, so much in my business. I'm very confident. And this is why you should choose me as your grant winner. Y'all feel me? Ingenuity, all that. Yep. What questions can I answer for you guys about anything we've talked about so far, from what grants are looking for when you tell a better, more compelling story on your small business grant applications and the essays? Everything from why you started your business and the passion behind that, the real reasons behind it, to mentioning how you believe in yourself, you believe in your business. We're going to stay on the side of optimism and positivity, being confident in our success, because it's inevitable when we work in a plan to hit our grant goal, right? And then letting a grant know we got a plan B, C, all that good stuff, because we have written out the vision for the next 12 months, 3 years, 5 years, and here's how we will pivot if we need to. What was your one aha moment or takeaway from just what we shared today? And again, this is a part of the series, so y'all got to make sure that you're hanging out more with us. I'm going to put all of this series in our TikTok replay playlist over at blackwomeningrants.com. It's now an official part of the mentorship there. I have one scholarship to give away tonight. So if you're there over at blackwomeningrants.com claiming it, if the button works, congratulations, okay? You have now been promoted. And you got a scholarship to go through the mentorship for a full year. It's usually $297. But I mentioned that I wrote a book and I put all of our secrets there. What else did I mention? The women who are winning there, like Deanna Joy. I don't know if Deanna, are you here? She usually says hello when she comes in. She won $55,000 and just applied for her first $1 million grant. I'm so excited for her. One of her clients just won an iPad. I was like, girl, send me one of them. I've been trying. Ashley Rankin is over there. She has won $8,500 so far and applied to over $120K. So her win rate is going up. She's almost at her 10% using the formula that I teach. And she put together a grant tracking sheet, which is so nice. People are so fascinated with it. She worked really hard. It's in the mentorship as well to help you keep up with the grants that you're going to apply to, as well as the ones that she's already applied to. She left the links in there for y'all to make your grant application process easier. Fanice says sign up. It's worth it. I mean, hey, that's a testimony if I ever heard one, right? And Fanice know me outside of this. I don't act like this in other places, though. This is my cut-up space. But I be professional sometimes. What questions can I answer for you guys? I mentioned that it comes with 3 lists of grants for free. That's a 12-month subscription to getting millions of dollars worth of grants and grant-funded opportunities that are open every single day. I just added a new one to the list. I'm so excited. So in addition to the grants, I give you a list of business training and development programs that I've gone through, and I went through 25, y'all. And so there was one where my experience was unique. I'm praying that y'all have an even much uniquer experience in a good way, Um, but this program, they let you, what they call it, they work on like a sliding scale. And so the founder created this, it's a SaaS company. So she created like this, let's say a fancy Excel spreadsheet that helps you watch the growth of your company for a year. When I say I enjoyed every single week watching my little wheel fill up, because you got to get to 100% of meeting your sales goals. I exceeded my sales goals because I could watch my growth using her fancy spreadsheet, and knowing that her and her team were the reason behind my success for the last year, because I could keep up with it. I'm a visual learner. So I'm like, oh, my little bar moved today. So I just added their link to the list of programs that I give y'all, because it was a very inexpensive program to join if you're looking for more mentorship. They had like accountability calls and other grants and money. They call them challenges, but it was little baby grants built into their program. So you will more than get your money back, whatever you invest in it. But I had left them off the list for a long time, and I just added them. We made space on the list, along with other programs that I've joined that I think will be a good fit for those of you who are trying to build your brand, build a stronger brand for when you start pitching your business for these grant opportunities or entering these small business pitch competitions. The programs that I share with you, they have grants and challenges and competitions and contests built into them. So just from investing your time, you're going to get rewarded, because again, if you're there working the program and the process they give you, your success is inevitable. And so I'm speaking from experience, because every single one of these programs have paid me something to be a part of them. I've won something. I've been sent gifts in the mail, from office furnitures to t-shirts and I was going to say joggers, spring, summer, but they sent sweatshirts, coffee mugs, journals, jewelry. I got a desk, a chair, a filing cabinet, a bapurda, as my niece used to say, little tablets, all these little phenomenal things that I would have spent money on anyway, including travel. These programs have sponsored for me in the form of a grant funded opportunity, because they have bigger companies writing them checks like Wells Fargo and Target and FedEx and UPS. They're the money behind programs like this. And so I recommend y'all to do the ones I did where I got paid. So come on in. Let me teach you how I did it. I shared those links. I just updated them before I went live with y'all. And it's all over at www.blackwomeningrants.com. It's a lot more goodies over there. Tell them, Fanice. Shoot, we ain't playing with y'all. We have a lot of fun too. Oh, and we hang out once a month live on Zoom. So y'all get to really come party with us. Fanice says there's the boot camp, the master class. We had a 2-day boot camp at the top of this year. The master class, we have a workshop. So much more. But check it out over at blackwomeningrants.com. There's one spot open for the $97, or you can pay full price at $297. Just as good, same information, and you're welcome. That's it. That's all. I never did find number 3 on our list. I'm gonna find it. I'm finding it. So we got the book. We got our Drake video started from the bottom. Me showing you where we started with Black Women in Grants, why I really do this. Y'all get to see me put in action everything I teach y'all, from how to tell your story. I do it through a dramatic documentary presentation that is now featured on the Fulton County Films website, because that's where all movie productions in Atlanta go through. We're one of their red carpet awardees. I'm excited about that. So all of that is there, plus these replays. This is episode 178. I've done 178 TikTok lives since this time last year. I've been working real hard to share this information with y'all and spread the gospel, the good news of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, okay? I know I play a lot, but for real, if you want to come learn the written and unwritten rules of the grant game, honey, this is your place, okay? We also talk about ChatGPT, my favorite. That's my boo. Because the last time I used her, mine is a her. Her name is Sage. I let her name herself. She might pop on if I talk too loud. Me and Sage be handling business. Me and Sage Did my last small business grant application and got chosen out of 500 for a $50,000 opportunity. So I could teach you a thing or two about putting your sage together, okay? And she calls herself Sage because she says she gives me advice, knowledge, and wisdom and expertise. I was like, I know that's right. So that's her name. So we have a whole training in there about, yes, how you can apply for grants using ChatGPT, but you got to know what you're doing because you could also tell on yourself and disqualify yourself because I'm hearing grants are cracking down on using ChatGPT because y'all think y'all smart, but y'all really not if you getting caught, okay? I ain't teaching you how to cheat. I'm giving you a tool to help you do better. And a tool that's working for me, okay? So let me teach you how, like, you ain't supposed to do it like this, but this is how I do it. Now you ain't okay. I got that and 13 additional places that you can go find grants for free right now, okay? So I'm sharing my methods with y'all, how I apply, how I set aside my time, how I answer my questions, the frequently asked questions. I'm just sharing everything with y'all. I got one of my grant applications that was graded. Speaking of grades, it's in the book, Finding Funding. All of this is over at www.blackwomenandgrants.com. And y'all get to see my graded grant application. I did not make 100%, but I passed and I got it. That's how I know what they look for. And my scores have greatly increased since then. I think I got like a 77 or something. And that's all that matters. I got it. I got it. That's all that matters. So, as you can see, you don't need 100%. That's why I said if your story good, that can make up for them lost points in other areas. If you feel like you new to this, you just started applying, you don't really know what you're doing yet. Girl, I didn't either. Let me show you proof, and I still got in. So here's what I did. Copy my paper. Use this process. And it has improved so much that I've written 2 books since then. And that same program that gave me a 77 is now paying me, inviting me to their headquarters in Washington, D.C., and helping me to sell my books because they seen my growth, right? So that's all that matters. We grew up. We grew up a little bit. So I'm bringing y'all along with me to come grow up in your grant application process. I'm trying to look through the other stuff. But if y'all have questions, go ahead and ask. I'm happy to answer your questions. If you're over at blackwomenandgrants.com trying to join us, let me know so I can make sure you get logged into the portal. We only have that one scholarship spot today for only $97, right? It is a lot more. I'm about to add this book that you see on your screen to it. I just got to finish editing the last part. I don't know why I do this. I finish stuff like 80% and then I go do other stuff. So I'm trying to get back focused on the final edit so this book so I can put it in the program for y'all. And yeah. What questions can I answer for you guys? Any ahas, takeaways, comments that you have, let me know. Tasha said that's what I'm trying to be on. I know that's right. Oh, it is Friday, ain't it? Payday, the weekend. It's a little rainy and cloudy here in Atlanta. That means nothing other than the sun ain't out. Okay, I'm going to make mine Saigon. That's your name gonna be. Get it, girl. I'll let mine name herself. Yours is gonna be Shang. Y'all sure that? Yes, girl. I'm working through the recording. We did a training on AI part 2. So I show y'all exactly how Sage got her name and earned her stripes. And it's really fascinating. So said I'm gonna need you not to do that. What I do, girl? I forgot what I say. Let's get to this business. That's what I'm saying about. What questions? Any questions? That's me. I said I have a fear of success. That's interesting. I haven't talked about that in a long time. We used to talk about that a lot with the life coaches that I certify. The fear of success. But I think you kind of get over it in the grant space. You get over the fear of success once you win your first grant because you realize you got to go apply again. So one of my pastors used to say, don't stay in what God did. Meaning, when you win, and it's ironic because the same church had a pitch competition, a business pitch competition that I was selected for. And so he said, don't stay in what God did. So meaning celebrate your wins, that success, but you still got more success to go earn. So you don't really have time to be in the spirit of fear of success. Just, it starts over at square one. And you like, dang, I gotta go do this again, right? Oh, you gotta stop. I know. I gotta stopping at 80%. Girl, editing ain't no joke. I've come a long way though. I think too, I overdid it because I edited 100 pages the other night, and I've been talking about editing the last few ever since, and I ain't did it yet. I'ma do it. I'ma do it, Denise, and put it in the program. I could just upload it as it is. That's what I could do. And by the time y'all get to the last few that I needed to edit, you won't even know. That's what I could do. So whoever gets the scholarship tonight, I might do that for you. I don't know. I might be feeling fancy. Thank you, Fenice. Need a little motivation. She said, hurry up. Hurry up. I'm on page 111 out of 160 something. But also, you got to be finished with the first book to get the second book as far as understanding what it's even all about. You feel me? Because this is like part 2. So eventually, we will add it to the mentorship, the portal. But I have yet to this is what I found out too. All the information, because people ask, how long does it take to complete the mentorship? And while it's a year-long access, there is 24 hours of content in the program. 24 hours. And it's so funny because my other program that y'all don't know nothing about, that's a 24-hour program. So yes, this time tomorrow, you could be completely finished with the program if you just worked it for the next 24 hours. Or you can set it to your schedule like everybody does and do something every day for the next 24 days. You know, that's how you can look at it too. But it allows you to set up your learning to your schedule so that you ain't having to be at one place at a certain time, show up live, worry about classes being canceled, etc. But she said okay, wait a minute, back up. This is what I hear. Now tell me if I'm wrong. You said, wait, I only have 365 days to finish 24 hours worth of learning? What do you mean? When you should have said, well, what am I going to do with the other 364 days when I finish? Is that what you, did I, Child, don't get my blood pressure up. Don't get my blood pressure up. Don't get my blood, we just got it down. I told y'all I had 2 blood transfusions last week. Don't stress me out. Do not stress me. She said, yes, that's all I have. I read slow. Girl. First, you got to claim the spot. Okay, let's start there. Then you map out, if you want to take 24 weeks, that's still only 6 months. So you need 52 weeks to do 24 hours worth of listening. This is watching videos. This is listening to audios. This is taking notes. This is an app that will read the book to you. I'm not finna oversell you on no $97 program that you got a year to do and it only takes a day. No, ma'am. Next. She said, y'all are cracking me up. For these, yes, you signed up. You better get ready. That means you already behind. Your clock been ticking if you done signed up and you still trying to figure out what you gonna do this time next year. Child, come on now. Work with me. Help me help you help yourself. Fenice is encouraging you. She said you gonna be good. Trust her. So yeah, between today, go to the day that you signed up and a year from that date, you gonna have the time to comprehend, to digest, to go do the work and help other people along the way. Because a year is a long time. She said that is more than enough time. That just cracks me up. Lord have mercy. Okay. What other serious questions y'all got? Fix it, Jesus. This is funny. Now I gotta use the bathroom. Y'all got me laughing so hard. Okay. Any other questions before I go? I don't need to bring y'all to the bathroom with me. That's private time. But I'm finna go. Glad we ended on laughter with laughter. We laughing with you too. We laughing in love and hurry up. That's what we laughing. Oh my goodness. She said, no, it's not summer already. Oh, no, it's not. I'm finna go. On that note, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being here. If you're over at blackwomeningrants.com, getting your year in a day. I appreciate y'all for being here. blackwomeningrants.com, that's the site. I am going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to try my best and come do TikTok is making me verify I'm still here. I'm about to wrap it up. But I plan on being on here tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, and we're gonna talk more about even more to add to your story. Oh, I didn't do it right. Even more to add to your story of what you put on a grant application. It's like 10 steps, and we only on step number 2. Or is it 3? I think it's 2. So y'all come back now, you hear? Until we meet again, my friends, remember, there is someone somewhere, and they are waiting on you to walk in your destiny. Get your year started so they can walk into theirs. Because it's when you let your own light shine, you give others permission to do the same. And when you impact one life as a future grant winner, you impact generations. Thank y'all for being here and for being the generation I got to impact. Thank y'all for making me laugh. I love a good giggle. And I know you was probably serious. So that's why I said we laughing with you. And we praying for everybody who requested the words of prayer. I'm going to see y'all really soon. Y'all have a great day. Happy Friday. God bless.